Oh God, oh, the video's gone. Okay, so recap. Oil line blue, we're here, we're inspecting all the clips. That one's rusty. These ones are good. There was oil running down here. We traced it back up to here. That clip was missing and the line was de-seating. So we got a clip in there, and I'm gonna make sure that that's fully in its groove because it kind of looks like it's not right now. And then we're gonna continue about our day and fill it with oil and make sure that at high RPMs it's not leaking. So, small update. I'm driving the FC home right now. So if you hear a loud exhaust, that's why. Basically, I fixed the clip and then I took it and the other clip I disconnected on the oil cooler. I didn't press the fitting in all the way, and that dumped oil immediately all over my work parking lot. So make sure if you disconnect that you reconnect it. Second thing, I found like a rubber O-ring on the ground, but it was like destroyed, and I think that was connected to my oil cooler beforehand, because now I'm getting small leaks, but much smaller leaks. So I'm gonna try to figure out what type of O-ring that is and record that, and then when I get the O-rings put back in, then I'll get back to you guys after I degrease everything again and see if we're oil leak free. If we're oil leak free, then we can start moving on to the other things. There was a little breakup. Sometimes the first turbo didn't want to kick on, and figuring out the diagnosis of those things to get the car driving good. And then I'm gonna start diving into comfort and making the lights work and the interior feel nice. But other than that, that's all we got for now. So I'll be back with you guys after some more things are fixed on it, and you know, try to get some recording of the next drive. So that's gonna be really fun, and I'm having a great time. I feel bad for my work because I spilled oil everywhere, and so far that car has lost in total over 4 quarts of oil. So, well, I'll be back. Bye bye. Do I look stupid? Okay, that's fine. We're back here. We're back here again because after the last test drive, we were seeing some oil buildup along the side of the oil coolers. I went and I cleaned it all off, but you know, it can be difficult with these things. I mean, the fins aren't in perfect shape. There could be damage, possibly. I hope not, because I don't want to replace these, at least not yet. But this fitting was a little concerning. She's a little rusty. When I was here last time, I forgot to push this all the way in. So the second I got to the parking lot, I lost oil pressure again. And we limped it around the parking lot, and then once we got close enough, we pushed it back in. And then I clipped this in. After that test drive, I degreased everything, and I was still seeing some oil. So now we're back here. We topped off the oil, and we're having it run in the air while I watch all of the fittings. This is the one that originally blew off and caused us to be stranded. So we're just making sure that there's no more oil leaking anywhere. So I was always worried that because the oil pan is sealed up by RTV, and when I got it, this motor mounts part of the oil pan, and that was removed. So I was worried that the RTV had been unsettled and maybe I'd have an oil pan leak. But that's to be determined with the car driving more. Here's my HKS catless downpipe. I still have the main cat because I'm gonna get an ECU so I can retune. And then to whatever this mega exhaust is. So I don't really trust that, but you know, it is what it is. So you hear the fuel pump whirring. Overall, we got a small diff leak, but brakes could use a refresh. The whole suspension could be cleaned. But other than that, I got Megan Racing coilovers, a rear sway bar, no front sway bar right now because I'm missing the mounts for them. I've got the sway bar, but I don't have the end links or the bushings and mounting. So need to get those things and then we'll be good there. But as far as we see for now, I'm gonna let it run for a bit longer. My fans aren't kicking on, so I've been using this guy to keep track of my radiator temperature and make sure it's not getting too hot. At some point, these thermostats are gonna open, and once that happens, then we'll get full flow through the coolers and we'll be able to tell if we're getting any severe leaks through them. So hopefully not, but we'll see. So we're back and we bought the cheapest front lip we could find, which happened to just be a KBD front lip. It's like 150 bucks or so. And we're gonna go let it air out so it can get up to size. What are you laughing about?
Sorry.
But we're gonna let it grow. And then we'll be putting it on after work. And then I'll see you guys then when it's on the car and the car looks better. So bye. What?
It's ready to go.
Me too. Okay, so our KBD front lip is installed. Bumper's not on the car yet. First impressions, put it out in the sun for almost an hour, and it straightened out really well. I think this is an installation error, but it bows out right here, and then it bows in, and it bows back out. So, but over here is almost perfection. There's a small gap. And then over here, I think I just put it on a little too wide. It's me nitpicking, but it dips in back here and then it bows back out. And then it doesn't bow in until the middle. So I just used 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 license plate screws is what we call them. They're basically self-tappers. But what I am gonna do eventually is use, where did they go? These. So there's these, and I drill a hole and I can just slot this over, and then I can use just a bolt of the right size with one of these big fender washers, and it'll hold the front lip on really nice and even. So it'll put more pressure up on it to make it more even. This is just temporary. It's a cheap fiberglass bumper that came with the car, and I just wanted something to look decent. So, like I said, me nitpicking, I kind of want to redo it. I want to get this to sit out more, these corners to sit in more, and that side to get aligned a little better. But it's fiberglass. I already drilled holes in it, so we're gonna put it on and just see how it looks at this point. But 150 bucks or 170, whatever it was on sale, it was under $200 shipped to my house. So, and we're gonna see what it looks like on. It makes the bumper look complete, in my opinion, because it felt like the bumper was missing something before, and now I really like it. So let's go throw it on the car. All right, so 15-minute install, maybe 20 minutes, mainly because it wasn't on the car. I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. I definitely think that my OCD is gonna get to me and I'm gonna be fine tuning it, but unless you're looking at it, you don't see it, right? Unless you're looking for it, you don't really see the front lip sitting awkward.
Yeah.
So this is the KBD 99 spec, or well, 93 to 95 RX-7, 99 spec OEM style. So in my opinion, this completes the bumper. Like before, it looked way too short, but I'm happy with it now. So as you can see, fitment over here is good, and it juts out and juts in, then it juts out over here. So I think if I push this in, it would flex the whole thing where the front would come out and the rears would kind of sit in a bit more. So it's just a matter of figuring out if I want to like maybe slot the lip so I can like scooch it in and then tighten it down where it sits perfect. But it is just a KBD part and it's a fiberglass bumper. I hope in the future I can get OEM parts, but they fit really good for what they are. So I'm really happy with it. I think it looks great. The car sounds great. And I think it needs a drive around the block before it gets put away. So I'll be back. You'll find me back when we're doing another thing to this. So we're gonna go on a drive for now. first tank of gas this car's ever gotten at a gas station. Isn't that cool? So just pre-mixed and added fuel. So definitely got some more work to do to get things where I want them, but it's cool to be able to do this. So let's see where we can get from here. Isn't it nice? We are home. And there's the 3, and there's the FC. So now we're gonna come over this way, and this way is a long ways away. So we're just gonna so there's our house over there, and here we are here. So now I'm actually able to spend some time on this thing. It is fucking humid in here. I think we're gonna need to get like some sort of self AC for here. And there's no outlets in here from what I can see except the one on the ceiling. So I was gonna run an extension cord probably down this side of the wall so I could have extra lights and so I could have some extra shit. But the last time I drove this car, I drove it here from work. It wasn't the best idea because it was hot as fuck out. A few things happened. One, my gauges stopped working, which was unfortunate. But the other thing that happened is I figured out that my cooling fans on the car weren't turning on. So I don't know if that's in line with the fuel pump issue, but I don't have a coolant gauge in there besides the stock one, and that doesn't go up till it's entirely too hot. So I started smelling coolant on the way home, and I came home and it was coming out the lid on the swirl pot over there, and it just made me really worried. So I haven't started it since because I was really worried maybe I cooked a coolant seal or I did some rotary thing. So I'm gonna give it to Allie.
Oh, okay.
So we can start it up and find out together if I damage anything or if the car is still fine.
Hope not.
I still have to jump the fuel pump fuse, which is another thing I will fix while the car is here.
Pull it back up a little bit more.
Or fuel pump relay, not a fuse. No smoke or anything. I don't know why it died out. Probably, so my theory is I've been driving the car way too much. I don't have any gauges, I don't have a new ECU, I can't see what's going on with it. It makes me very uncomfortable, especially for a turbocharged rotary. My theory is why that, I'm sorry, where was I at? My theory is the reason the car is bropping is it's not bropping, it's loping idle. So I think the fuel pump is making the car run lean. I don't think that's pushing enough fuel, but I won't know until I get my AFR gauge in. So I'm taking a break from this car. I'm gonna try to make some more videos on the FC and maybe some other things. But what I need to do is, now that I have it here, I can let it sit for a bit. But I'm gonna get the title and the registration in, and once those are in, this car will be street legal. And this is what I'm really excited for. There's my rear trim pieces to go around the back seats. My door cards, that's the wrong headlight, I need to get another one. My glass, and a bunch of other interior pieces. And that would leave the headliner, my window trims, and any buttons and switches. That should be the only stuff I don't have left. Also replacing anything broken or extra I find missing. But I wanted to give an update because having a garage is a huge step. It makes me really happy. But I'm gonna roll the car out, let it warm up for a minute before turning it back off and just parking it and letting it sit for a while. So I'll see you guys in a bit. And once this car is fully legal to be on the road, I want to get a 360 cam and some GoPros and mounts. And this car will be at Drift Event soon. maybe next season, but hopefully at least one event before the end of the season. We'll see. Do you have faith in me, Allie?